on g7, staring at this rook on a1.
Yep, but it's also really hard for black to find a way to castle here. I guess he could just castle on the king side, but then he would lose the pawn on h6, so not yet.
Right. Got to keep that protected.
Yeah.
Bishop f4, very nice move, developing. Now b3 is more of a possibility, but when I see this bishop on f4, Alexandra, I'm worried about g5 coming with tempo, and then g4 coming with a fork.
Right. Well, black is going to have to respond first. I guess he could just block it or move his queen, so that's easy peasy.
Yeah, maybe just a simple d6 and
yeah.
d6 and chill, right? That's what they say these days.
Yeah, exactly. And then g5 is coming.
Yeah, but that's aggro, right? That's what they say too.
It's aggro, yeah. Look at you with your vocabulary.
I got my young person slang on right now.
Oh, okay. The chat is pretty funny.
What are they saying? Are they making fun of me yet?
Hungry people lose filters. Hashtag don't feed the commentators. They like you this way, Hess.
Wait, you don't like me this way, or they don't like me this way?
No, we all like you this way.
Oh, we all.
Yeah, because it's more entertaining, you know? You just say
also,
exactly what you think.
We also all make mistakes, so this is clearly a moment like this that some people wait a lifetime. Okay, songs in my head. This is just a problem. Which game? Which game? So we got to stay on this match between Montclair and Webster. Who else is in this match? Speed Skater versus Blue Wizard.
Okay. I'm there. So we're checking out Nicholas Cheka and Dens Boros.
And this is a very small advantage for the white side. Actually, I do like white's position. Two bishops are nice. Knight on f6 is nowhere really to go.
Right.
White is going to expand with a4 and then decide, do I want to play b4, b5 to open up this bishop on g2. Honestly,
now he can just double up his rooks. He has a really easy to play position here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is looking very pleasant.
Yeah, just a nice, enjoyable game to play out white.
Yes, DG Road, we've said Cheka's made his GM title. This has been said multiple times on the stream. I think he's waiting for the FIDE to confirm the title. Yep, I'm on FIDE.com.
The game between Shabalov and Michael Brown is also interesting.
Shabalov and Michael Brown, let's do it.
Yay.
Super Blitz.
I want to feed you some exciting chess.
Okay, this game is awesome. You win.
Yes.
Okay, king is on e1. There's a rook on e5. This rook on g1 is staring at the black king side.
Right.
This looks like a vintage Shabalov game where he's probably losing, but he might win.
Well, those are the most rewarding kinds of wins anyway.
Yeah, because d takes e4 here. I think black can just play knight takes e4 as the rook on e5 is about to open up a can of discovery on that white king on e1.
Yeah, you can't take the queen because knight takes e3 probably wins the queen back. You're right. This is actually probably looking bad for Shabalov. Yeah, I don't think he's going to pull a Sam Sevian and save it.
You don't think so?
I don't think so.
Okay. That message got deleted, but I really wanted to read it. It seemed pretty interesting.
Don't worry. I'm sure it was deleted for your own good.
Yeah. So knight takes e4. Do it. Make me proud. There's a king on e1 and a rook on e5. You have to take on e4 and open up.
Yeah, we want to see knight takes e4. That is going to make up for some attacks that didn't work out earlier.
Although knight takes e4, is there some... No, never mind. Ignore me. Just knight takes e4. Do it.
There we go. He played it. Does white even have anything better than trying to take the queen? He's just has nowhere to go. You might as well try and take the queen.
And here comes an ambulance. I can hear it in the distance.
Oh, man. But who is that ambulance for?
That's a great question. It might be for Shabalov.
Might be for Shabalov. It looks like it is in this position.
Let's go to Mamedyarov's game because he's got a bishop on h6. He's also down a piece for one pawn, and again trying to mate his opponent. So we saw him not win against Sam Sevian, but here against Demchenko and the New York Marshals, trying to trying to get checkmate. Trying to make this happen.
Okay.
The rook on h1 is on an open file. This queen is going to come to h4. Okay. Knight h7.
Wow. Well, I gotta hand it to him. He gets some crazy attack almost every single game we see.
Yeah, he's one of the most fun players. I mean, he just
Yeah.
plays exciting chess all the time.
He enjoys playing chess, and you can tell.
So let's see. Queen g3 played. So white might want to play e3, bishop d3, and just take this bishop on g6. If I'm black, I'm thinking about e5 here, just trying to attack the center. Right? Oftentimes when you're getting attacked, you want to open up the center to and like get some kind of counterplay.
Right.
So e5 is a way to open the queen towards the king side. It's also a way to challenge the d4 pawn. D4 pawn is actually hanging here as well.
So black has to keep his rook on f8.
Doesn't have to. Rook e8 is a possibility. It just loses the tempo. And because black's already up material,
right,
I feel like let me just take that. If you take on f8, then I'll take back with my queen. And then my queen can come to g7 and be a very good defensive piece.
So the rook is just going to stay hanging there for now.
Yeah. It's going to remain hanging, and we'll let them figure this out because so many games underway. Shabalov's king went to f2 after a long think. So the queen can be captured on d1 with check. Perhaps, not perhaps, pretty likely Michael Brown is considering rook f5 check, just an intermezzo. But might not even be necessary. You can just take this queen on d1 and play rook e2. Knight d1 check, rook a takes d1, rook e2 check. This just looks excellent for Michael Brown. So I expect
this is fun.
Yeah, I expect Michael Brown to win this game over Shaba. Who else?
Let's see. Does anybody else have anything crazy going on? No, not too much. Okay. Now Sir Safarli's game is a little more interesting. He is the best performing player so far of the day, so maybe we can check him out for a little bit.
Okay, I agree with you. Position got more exciting. Knight h4 check is a possibility. Actually, I would take on c3 first, because if I take on c3, the bishop can't take back on c3, which is how you'd like to take back, because knight takes f4 is check, and it's a free pawn. So after dc3, you take back with a pawn on c3, but then I play knight h4 check. I ignore your pawn on f4 and say, where's your king going? Your king can go up to g3, but that looks a bit scary. And if your king doesn't go up to g3, then the f2 pawn is probably lost. So king g3 looks like a must. And then I'll figure some bishop c7, pinning that pawn on f4 looks like a possibility. It looks very, very good for Safarli in this game.
Yeah, seems like he might get another win. Then he would have won all of his games except for one draw. That's crazy.
So he went knight h4 check first.
Yeah. So white can play a number of moves here. I like king h1 because there's no knight check afterwards.
Yeah, but king h1 drops f2, so it's actually an interesting trade-off, right? You give up the f2 pawn, but you don't get your king in potentially harm's way. So that looks interesting.
I mean, so if he plays king g1, I feel like the f2 pawn is going to be attacked anyway, but you're right, he's holding it for now.
So king g3.
Okay.
Brave decisions.
Yep.
Doesn't mean they're correct, but at least they're brave.
At least they're brave. Is there any way we can grab the f4 pawn? How would you continue here as black?
Probably knight g6 next move if you give me another one, just to go straight. Oh, actually, no. Pawn takes c3. Because let's make some random move like a4. Pawn c3, rook takes d2. Rook takes d2, bishop takes f4 with check, and that would pick up the rook on d2 after all is said and done. So perhaps white needs to play a move like king g4, but that's too risky for my liking.
Right. Yeah, this is looking very dangerous for white here.
Yep.
Okay. What about the game between National Master Vinesh Ravuri, who's been playing really well, and FM Aaron Jacobson?
So I know
the king is on e7, so...
Who's king? White's king, hopefully?
Black's king.
Oh, less exciting.
And White's also up material, so I think we can call it a win for White.
Yep. And
Never mind.
Saffron is going to win this game. I'm pretty confident. So let's go to... Whoa, what?
Oh.
Wait, White Soggy Cheese is down, what, a rook for like a pawn or two?
Yeah, no, he's definitely going to lose.
He just resigned.
Yeah, he gives up.
I feel bad because it sounded like I was laughing at him, but I wasn't.
No.
It was just like I went to this game and then it was over. So, sorry.
Right. Also, so Ray Robson, Sam Sevian, Greg reminded us to take a look at it since it is the board 1 battle between number 1 and number 2 in this section now.
If Greg said to look at it, then I should not do it, but I will. Just out of a little bit out of obligation, not so much.
Greg, he means it with love.
No, I don't. Hey, Greg. Okay, e4 was the last move, and that is a pawn sacrifice as many of Black's pieces are aiming right at that square. So what is the purpose? I guess if you take on e4 and then you move your piece away, the e5 pawn will feel a little bit vulnerable. a6 has been hanging. I think that's the real purpose. If White had gone knight takes a6 last move, Black would have played rook h4 all the way over to a4 and won this a5 pawn. So that would have given Black some chances to hold on this game. Instead, e4 is playing, cutting off the rank from the rook on h4. So now after knight takes a6, you can't win my a5 pawn. I'll take on a6, move my knight right back to c7, and start pushing the a pawn. Sounds good?
That sounds good. Sorry, I did get a little bit distracted by chat here.
Yeah, I'm getting distracted as well.
But I agree this looks good for White, which is sad because I was rooting for Sam Sevian here. And let's see, the Webster Windmills, they have 15 points, so that's really good if Ray Robson wins this game.
And there was another draw in that match I see between Blue Wizard and Speed Skater. So that was a draw. Lenderman is playing against Jairam.
All right, let's take a look at that one since it's also important here. Ooh, well, I mean, at first glance, Lenderman looks like he has a fun attack, and he's up a pawn, so...
No, he's up, wait. He's up a rook for a rook for a knight and a pawn or something like that. I can't count the pawns quickly enough. 1, 2, 6, and 1, 2, 5. So yeah, he's up... White is up a rook for a knight and pawn, and this attack looks very strong. Knight takes g6 was possible. Instead he plays rook e3, waiting to take on g6, which will happen next. Or he'll play rook takes f3 first, and then bring that rook to the king side. If I'm... Oh, he's trying to trick him into playing knight takes c4, because knight c4, I still go knight takes g6. And now once you take back on g6, I bring my queen to d5 and take your knight on c... Or queen e6 check, I take your knight on c4. So tricky Lenderman.
So you can't play that. Okay, Lenderman. So Lenderman is on the Montclair Sopranos. Okay, pretty close.
Who's the other matchup? Game, sorry, in this matchup.
Aaron Grambinski and Sabina Foyshore.
Voodoo something. There it is.
Yeah,
Whoa.
yeah, Voodoo 44. And this is a fun game. Aaron, obviously, he's playing on the Spice team, so it's very sharp.
I'm trying to calculate here. So White is up a piece for nothing. Wait, what just happened?
Yeah, why is White up a piece?
Because queen d4 was played, and then she took the knight on a5. But it's not so clear. Okay, I don't know if I would have taken on e3. I thought take on c4 first was better. Because now Sabina is going to take this rook on e8 and then take this bishop on a6. So this looks like a Lenderman 1, by the way.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. That looked almost resignable. Okay, so, whoops. They're going to be tied for first.
So knight e8. Okay, well, this is just going to be up a piece for Sabina.
So Sabina's going to win this game as well. Are the Montclair Sopranos taking the lead here? It's going to depend also on Sam Sevian's game, and it's not looking good. Yeah, it looks like he's losing, like you said earlier.
Sevian is totally lost against Ray Robson. There's no shame in that, right?
Right.
Ray Robson's a phenomenal player. Sam
Sevian's been doing extremely well also. So.
Yeah, he had the black pieces against a world-class player. So Sam is great himself, obviously. It's just having the black piece against Ray Robson is fun for no one.
That's true.
Next move, rook b8. Next move after that, a8 equals queen.
Yep. So that's going to be 16.5 for the Webster or windmills. And then Sabina's going to win. So it's also going to be 16.5 for the Montclair Sopranos. They're going to be tied for first.
Let's go.
Yes.
What a matchup. Whoa, what's
Nice.
going on in the Sabina game? Wait, she's hung a rook?
Last time we checked, she was up a piece.
But her rook on h1 is now hanging. Okay, but she is going to have 2 pieces for the rook.
And she can...
No, but queen e1 check. Oh, no. So she can't move her knight because queen e1 check picked up the queen on a5. So all of a sudden...
Oh, my God.
Things have turned around for Aaron Grabinski. After bishop takes c4 by Grabinski, she went bishop takes back on c4. Maybe Grabinski the whole time had enough compensation here, but...
No, I think she must have slipped something up.
Yeah, bishop d3 perhaps was the wrong... Oh, king c3 is... Maybe she could have run the king b3 to 8. No, all of it looks strange, but now it just looks good for Grabinski.
So, I don't even know if his attack was totally sound, but at least he seemed like he made it so tricky that he must have had some compensation, and now... Okay, so it's not going to be a draw. Never mind. The Webster windmills are going to be leading the pack.
Webster, the windmills. And that's sort of what Grabinski's queen is doing. It's like a windmill. It's gone.
You're right. What did you say it was before? Like a sundial?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
But I think windmill is I don't know.
It makes sense. I mean, now
I'm too tired for this.
The piece and he's going to win. Maybe Safarli looks like he's going to win as well. He's up a pawn in a rook endgame.
Oh boy, it's getting technical here. Am I really going to have to... Okay, so rook a7 doesn't work as an a5. And the point is that after pawn a5, you take with a rook and try to trade the queens. Excuse me, the queens, so no queens. Try to trade the rooks and take a3. Rook b7 was a good move, but king f5 here for Safarli.
So let's see. Can white hold this?
Whoa, what? Now he can.
Yeah, because pawn takes. He has to take back with the rook. And he just... Oh,
nice
okay.
Move. Yeah.
Nice move, yes. Because black wants to keep the pawns on the queen side. Because if they get traded off, then it's much easier to draw it. This gives black more chances to create imbalances and...
Yeah, king f5 now.
Grab an extra pawn, yeah.
This is a decent attempt here. King e5. Just keep the f6 pawn protected. Eventually work your king over to the queen side, take the a pawn. This is probably winning at this point. So can you just go king d4, king c4, king b4? Maybe
right, can we drop the f6 pawn? That's a good question.
I would play f5 and just try to figure out the logistics later, but king d4 is certainly something to keep in mind.
Right. Yep. f4, exactly what he played. So he's going to try and keep his pawns as together as possible and then just go grab
rook c3, king g2, rook a3. Or king f4 here, it might even be good, but...
Oh, and Chengdu has 1-0 with 3 games in progress, so they can still catch up. And we're going to have to check on the hackers as well.
Whoa, okay, Azeri chess. So Mamedyarov has a queen against a rook and knight in his game against Dimchenko, but it looks like it's a fortress. I don't see any way to make progress here. The rook can just go from c5 to e5 or to c, it doesn't really matter. The rook is and the knight combination are going to fend off this queen here. There's no way to create a passed pawn. So Demchenko holding against Mamedyarov.
Right, because all he has to do is just make sure the knight is protected and his king can bob to d8 and to c7 and to c8, right?
Yep. And Greg got confused, so I don't know what he's saying, but I just saw that he said he was confused. Safarli is up a second pawn, and he has 9 seconds left at 11 seconds, so he should be able to convert this. He'll just bring his king over to the... Oh, he's not up 2 pawns, sorry. It looks like he was up 2 pawns, but now the king's coming to f4 even, and rook b2 check. This is actually just decisive immediately.
Yeah.
King f4, rook b2 check. Actually, rook b2 wasn't necessary. King g3 right away was probably even better. But now rook a2, protect your a pawn, take f3, king g3, take h3, 2 pass pawns on opposite side of the board. So this looks winning.
Yeah, you just push a3, very easy.
One game that's really interesting is the game between Slackadaisical and XWWZZZ. Okay, Safra leaves up 3 pawns, game over, resignation. And that last game between Bobby Chang and, is it Lee D? Lee Dai?
It's Lee D, yeah.
Lee D, L-I-D-I. Okay, Lee D.
Yeah.
So, okay, queen h7 is checkmate in 1, so don't let that happen. Either play, queen, I guess queen g7, just trade the queens off.
Yeah.
Queen h8, playing for a win.
Why are they trying to get more points? I mean, they're already doing very well.
No, they just need a draw to get in front of the hacker. Excuse me, the Sopranos for second place. But
yeah, I saw that as well. So that would.
What?
Because even if they get a full point.
But now Black's winning. Queen f2, queen h2 mate. I just.
Hey, it paid off. It paid off. Wow.
I looked away for a second just to like check the chat.
Yeah. The Chengdu Pandas with that. With that fighting spirit, and now we're just probably going to see a draw in Mamedyarov's game.
How did that go south for white so quickly after queen f6? Ay.
Yeah, and Greg brings up a good point. Lee D probably didn't know the exact score since he was under time pressure. At that point, you're not going to check, so.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
We know the score, they don't.
Yeah.
So that's a second place finish for Chengdu. That's sweet. And of course, we have I Am Rose in the chat rooting for the windmills.
Yeah. Thanks for rating us.
Oh, he did. I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, he did.
How sweet of him. Oh, wait. How did Black win the C pawn? What just... Wait.
Uh-oh. Wait. Weren't we talking about how this was a win?
Okay, well, sure. Mamedyarov sacrificed the pawn, and you had to take back with the pawn on the b6. And what he's trying to do is go win the a pawn and promote his own pawn. That is not going to happen. Because as soon as this king moves from c4, Black's going to play c4 check himself. Yeah, this is just king c6.
But we got to appreciate him for trying and not just accepting a draw.
Yep. So this is just going to be a draw still. King c6. King back to c7. Okay, he didn't want to allow queen a6, I guess. Oh, wait a sec. This looks like legitimate progress now. King c8, king b5. This was a mistake. Actually, king c8, even queen a6 check. That was a big mistake by Demchenko here.
Because now...
Take on a5 with check.
Yeah,
That's
now
queen
he got
c7.
the pawn. Exactly what he was trying to do.
Queen c7. Do it. Queen, queen c7. Okay, queen a7 is probably better, honestly.
Also close.
King d5.
King b5, okay, no more checks. So ready to push his pawn.
Trying to go rook b4 with check. Queen c6 wins the rook. Oh, no.
Ouch.
So from what should have been a total draw into a win for Mamedyarov.
Oh, man. It's so heartbreaking to see grandmasters making blunders under time pressure, but it completely makes sense when you're moving that quickly.
I think people love it, honestly, because they're
people love it because they're like, they're just like us. It's like when you see celebrities and they have those terrible, clickbait magazines.
Well, they're also just like, I make blunders when I have 10 hours in the clock, and if they don't blunder when they have 10 seconds, then, where's my hope? Yeah,
fair enough. They love it. Okay. Exactly. Hey, Hammer. Hammer is in the chat as well. Hammer, the leader of the Norway Gnomes. Good to see some Pro Chess League players showing up in the chat.
Can you do me a solid?
Maybe.
Can you pronounce his name for us?
Yes. Jun Ludwig Hammer. I said the first two, trying to pronounce it right, and the last.
And then just like Hammer.
Hammer.
Can you do that again, please?
If you ask nicely, yes.
Pretty, please.
Jun Ludwig Hammer. I tried.
Jun Ludwig Hammer.
Jun.
Because I always go, Jun Ludwig. Jun Ludwig. Because of that video you put on YouTube.
Exactly.
And so I just go, Jun Ludwig. But
you got it.
But then people tell me I pronounce it wrong. So anyway.
Yeah.
We have come to the conclusion of the Battle Royale. right? Every game has been finished. 7 rounds of intense round robin action.
You're almost there, Hess. You're at the finish line.
I know. I'm like, I gotta wipe my eye because I'm just so tired here. It's 12:30 in the morning.
That's dedication, chat.
But we did see. I gotta wipe my eye again now that I wiped it the first time, made it worse. So the Webster Windmills end in first, 17.5. The Pandas and the Hackers tie with 16.5. So that was a very important win for Mamedyarov because that ties them for second after he beat Demchenko here. Montclair, 15.5, a solid 4th place finish. And then the rest were kind of lumped together down at the bottom of the standings here. Australia with 12, New York with 11.5. That's kind of a shock down there with Australia. I always think they're so good.
Yeah, I mean, Australia's doing better than the Chengdu Pandas, barely, by 1 point, but they've been killing the Pacific Division so far.
Yep.
Chengdu Pandas, they made a great comeback. Like we said, they were number 8 previously. Now they ended up in 2nd place, tied for 3rd with the San Jose Hackers. The San Jose Hackers were actually in the top 3 throughout because they had such a strong lineup.
Yeah, I don't know. I trust in San Jose Hackers. I trust, of course, but some of the other things going on, yeah.
So,
I'm out of things to say. Like, what am I supposed to say now?
No, I think you did well. Now you say, hopefully, you guys enjoyed this Battle Royale format. The next one is going to be on Friday.
Yep. Keep going.
I had fun commentating with you, Hess. Hess, are you going to get food after this show? Chat needs to know.
Yeah, for sure. I'm actually super hungry, but I'm also tired, so I don't know if I should just go to bed after this or... What do you recommend?
You could get a light snack or a little bit of food and then go to bed. You get the best of both worlds, you know?
Yeah.
That didn't sound good. You know it's been a long day when eating and then sleeping doesn't sound good.
Yeah, I'm just not sure right now. But I feel like we can talk about this off camera. So like, you know, we can figure out my eating schedule and stuff. But we should say goodbye to the audience, right? Should we do that?
Yeah, let's say goodbye to the audience.
Well, there's still 2,200 plus people here. Honestly, Alexander, it's always a pleasure doing commentary with you. Sorry that I got hangry.
Even today?
Especially today. Especially today. It's a little late for me, but you know, I'm getting hangry. But I just want to thank you for being such a great co-commentator with me here. I always have fun when we're doing commentary together.
I'll take it. I mean, I had a lot of fun as well, even with you getting more and more honest throughout the commentary. Thank you, chat, for watching. We had a good time. Do we know if we're rating somebody next?
That's a great question. I leave these things up to the chess.com team.
Right.
I think we're going to figure out the raid. I'll put on the, you know, that music, the starting soon, all that kind of stuff. But I'm outie, I feel like.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Hopefully you guys had fun. By the way, chat, if you haven't already, you can hover over my video and Hess's video, and you could follow the two of us on Twitch. I'm going to be streaming again tomorrow at 7 a.m. PST, 10 a.m. EST. So maybe I'll see you guys there. Hess, are you going to stream soon too?
I am. I'm definitely streaming soon. Hopefully tomorrow. I need to get my templates ready, but I'm going to be streaming. Yeah, so everyone get excited. Come sub to the channel. Do what you got to do, but I'll be online more. You can talk trash to me in my own personal stream instead of in public where many thousands of people are watching. But Alexandra, I'm calling it a night here. I'm going to say goodbye to everyone. And
Bye, everyone.
I believe James Canty or Gotham Chess, so we'll get to stream.
So stay tuned if you guys want to see them.
Yeah. All right. Do you have any parting words for the audience? No? You're done?
Study your endgames and eat before commentary.
Okay, that's good advice. Well, with that, I'm going to call this the show, and have a great night, everybody. Or a good morning, depending where you are.
Yeah. See you guys.